Campaign 2014, Season 2, remember for sure. Rhode Island and Massachusetts have new governors, and Providence has a new mayor, and more new leaders are taking control after contentious campaigns in some of the races this fall. This morning, Democratic candidate for governor in Massachusetts, Martha Coakley, conceded to Republican Charlie Baker, saying it was a roller coaster, but staying committed to moving Massachusetts forward. In Rhode Island, reverse roles. Cheers for the first woman elected governor in the Ocean State, Gina Raimondo, as Republican challenger Allan Fung saw defeat. We start with Sean Daly in Providence.
Hey, just stay. We're here on Federal Hill outside Vendor Ravioli, where Governor-elect Gina Raimondo is set to arrive in about a half an hour for the first stop on her victory tour today. The entrance to Gina Raimondo's headquarters on North Main Street in Providence was locked this morning, a visual symbol of game over. What the dark campaign headquarters don't say, but what Rhode Island now knows, is that it's both game over and game won.
Hello, neighbors. Hello. Can everybody hear me? Yes. I am so honored to be your governor-elect.
In January, Gina Raimondo will be sworn in as the first woman elected governor in Rhode Island. But even at that, keep in mind she will now be the second governor in a row after outgoing Governor Lincoln Chafee 4 years ago to be elected without a majority of the votes.
Rhode Island said it is ready to move forward.
Governor-elect Raimondo also will have to come to terms with the immutable fact that the moderate party candidate, Robert Healey, who spent only $35 on his quixotic campaign, won a stunning 22% of the votes. That amounts to 68,000 people unhappy with the candidates of both the Democratic and the Republican parties. As my colleague Ted Nisi colorfully put it, it's hard to see that as anything but a primal scream from a sizable block of voters who were deeply dissatisfied with the choices. But over time, the details of election results fade and the focus shifts to where it belongs, fixing Rhode Island's broken government and its broken economy. Live on Federal Hill with the Providence Mobile Newsroom, Sean Daly, Eyewitness News.
Republican challenger Allan Fung made an emotional concession speech last night, and he told Eyewitness News he knows his message resonated with voters.
And as we all know, the challenges in our state are many. And the next governor of our great state of Rhode Island has her work cut out for her starting on day one. No, please, 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 please. No. Look, it was a good race. It was a good race. We got to be proud of ourselves. Please.
As Sean mentioned, perhaps one of the biggest talkers today is the turnout for gubernatorial candidate Robert Healey, who received nearly 68,000 votes. Which worked out to be 22%. The moderate candidate credited his positive minimalist campaign for focusing on the issues rather than mudslinging. Eyewitness News political analyst Joe Fleming believes Healey likely took votes from both Raimondo and Fung, but that voters clearly wanted an alternative to the status quo.
People were saying, you know, we don't like Gina so much, we don't like Allan so much, let's send a message to the two political parties in the state of Rhode Island. It tells the Democratic and Republican Party, you know, you got to look at all the voters in the state, not just a select few voters.
Healey joined us live in studio on Eyewitness News this morning after he revealed he spent $38 on his campaign compared to the millions of his competitors and what they spent. My colleague Danielle North asked Healey if he started to feel pressure from other political camps.
There's last minute behind the scenes efforts going on from candidates trying to get support wherever they can. Did you have any last minute requests on your $8 cell phone from JobLot from a candidate or a party or a person saying, Bob Healey, please get out of this race so we can focus on the perceived top two candidates in this race?
In 1994, when I ran against Lincoln Arman and Mirth York, I was blamed by the Democrats for losing her race. This time, I'm sure I'm going to get blamed by the Republicans for losing their race. The kind of reaction I have is, you know, democracy is about letting people have choice. And I think that 22%, or, you know, 1 out of every 5 voters is saying, we're tired of negative campaigning, we're tired of the campaign spending, we're tired of the way people just negatively go at each other, and we had a positive message all the way through. I mean, the outcome is, you know, as goes Rhode Island, so doesn't go the nation. I mean, we're clearly the oddball out at the party.
All right, but you didn't answer the question, though. Did anybody contact you and say, please step out, specifically
You mean, like,
a candidate or a
political?
party?
No.